Hello! I just wanted to put up a quick warning before this video begins to let you know that Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy is rated T for teen for some mild language and some blood and stuff like that. So if any of that makes you uncomfortable, feel free to click off the video now. But if you stay, please do enjoy. Hello, it's Classic Cookie Gaming and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy with Lindsay.
Hi.
The Phoenix Wright, well, I guess more accurately, the Miles Edgeworth biggest fan. And today we are finishing episode 3, the Turnabout Samurai.
Finally.
Lindsay's least favorite case from the first game. This is episode number 11 for us.
Wait, no, I don't need
Oh,
to do
we need
this.
I think you already saved last time.
I did. That's why I said I don't need to do that.
October 20th, 10 a.m., District Court Courtroom number 4. Oh gosh, it's closer to me this time.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. But I feel like if both of them were able to present decisive evidence, there would be a problem.
Not for the entertainment value. That's all the judge cares about.
Very true. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement? This trial has been going for 3 days. I don't think they get an opening statement every...
They have to start over because it's gone so off the rails. Just like, clean it. We're going from the beginning.
Well, he's referencing yesterday. In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was, in fact, Studio 2. Today I will call on people present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well.
Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today.
Teehee. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls Miss D. Vasquez to the stand. Ms. D. Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. Oh, wait.
I was not as bad as the gavel.
Will a witness state her name and occupation? D. Vasquez. I am a producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes? I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here. Very well, Ms. Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder. Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay.
Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak.
Right, that was really weird.
That, I knew it as soon as I said it.
Oh wait, I say Nick.
The
Nick,
day
that
of
is
the
really weird.
the day of the murder.
I enter the trailer, a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 sharp. It ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later when we all went to Studio 1. That is all. I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you? The van. There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk. What with that monkey's head toppling over?
Manella used this van to drive Vasquez to Studio 1 after meeting in the trailer. Van added to the court record.
I see. Very well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it!
Cross-examination. Press.
Okay.
Just go for it. By yourself?
Yes.
And you didn't stop at the employee area?
No.
Are you always this terse?
Yes.
Oh dear. Press! The meeting began at 12 sharp.
It ended at 4.
It ended at 4. Did no one leave during the meeting?
No one.
Come on. Let's talk a bit more about that.
The witness did not come here to engage in idle conversation. So stop interrupting the testimony. The same could be said to you, Mr. Edgeworth. And please, stop banging on your little desk. It hurts my ears.
Proceeds to bang on desk. I guess just go ahead and press. And when exactly was that?
I've forgotten.
Maybe you could try remembering?
No. The meeting ended at 4 o'clock and the rehearsal was scheduled for 5. I would think it was between those times.
You would think? Come on, all you did was state the obvious, Edgeworth. I guess.
It
Hold
feels like
on.
what we're doing.
It feels like what we're doing, yeah. You had Sal take you? What does that mean? I feel like this has been explained to us.
It means what I just said. I had Sal take me in the Studio 2 van.
Oh, right. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break. But hold it. And what were you doing during that time?
Don't hit your desk. It irritates me. Yeah, Mr. Wright. Oops. It was a 15-minute break.
The T-bone steaks. Hold it. Do you have someone who can verify this?
Sal.
No, I mean someone else.
One person is enough.
If she committed murder during that break, she wouldn't have had time to eat a T-bone steak. If I had some evidence that proved she didn't eat that steak,
Well, Nick, find anything?
I kind of wish she'd said a little more.
It's hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss. But I'm sure you'll find some kind of contradiction in what she said. Somewhere.
We need evidence that she did not, in fact, eat the steak. But we don't have that. As of right now, right?
Oh well, let's just present with conviction.
Well, convict the van! Objection, we have nothing else.
No.
Your Honor, we're wrong. Dang it.
What on earth could there be that could, like, are we just, like, dumb?
Are we dumb? Or is the game dumb and we're thinking it's too smart? Or too logical, I should say. Are we thinking it's too logical? What did we present before? Was it the van?
Yes.
You want to present the steak plate? I mean, I don't know what else it would be. Ha! As I thought. Okay. You claim you ate a T-bone steak. But I say you did not.
What's this now, Mr. Wright?
Look at this.
It's a plate.
This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind.
Mr. Wright, need I remind you it was a T-bone steak?
Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manella ate at a table outside the trailer. Yet there were no bones left on the plates.
How was I supposed to remember this?
um, that's a tough connection there. The plates were bare. At least it made sense. Miss Vasquez? Tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. You ate the bone too. You didn't eat the steak. You didn't eat any steak during that break.
Oh.
You took your steak and threw it somewhere. Like that incinerator.
I see. Then what was Ms. Vasquez doing during her break?
Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? Meeting the Steel Samurai or picking on Salmonella. She was meeting with the Steel Samurai.
I hit on the wrong part. Order! Are you saying?
Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai. And then you did it. You killed him with your own hands.
Mr. Wright, isn't that a little presumptuous? Objection. What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it?
Yes.
Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I.
Any day, Vasquez.
Good luck, Nick. Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear.
Yes.
I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon?
You couldn't, could you? I think you could. I don't know. I think you would have a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would.
You see?
Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case.
Meaning?
The samurai spear was not the murder weapon.
What? What is the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body.
I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon. Because it was the fence thingamajig.
But
You pressed the photo.
wrong, Mr. Wright.
But I haven't said anything yet.
I know you well enough by now to know when you're going to present the wrong evidence. I can sense it too, with my fey blood.
Okay, so I picked the wrong evidence. Enough with all the sensing. Right, okay, here's the real evidence, Your Honor. I can prove that the the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon.
Okay, I felt really good about that one.
I didn't feel as good, but I went with it because you pressed it. Take that! I present my proof. The so-called murder weapon.
Oh, we have to say that it wasn't because of the duct tape and then say, what could it be? Oh, it's the fence. Why do you think that? Oh, it was used as a murder weapon before? Do you have proof? Yes, here's the photo. I was gonna throw that away.
We should just they should have a combined evidence feature so you can just do it all at one time.
But that is the murder weapon.
Not so fast. Remember that this spear broke during the morning action scene run-through. But someone fixed the spear.
There's old bag in the back.
It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is this possible? for someone to stab a man who was wearing a thick costume with this through the chest.
Order! Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're... Silence. I'm the one testifying here, and I will be heard. Ugh. Are you quite sane?
Are you even aware of what you're saying?
You took the words right out of my mouth. Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was. How was Hammer killed? Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer? I can tell you.
I can tell you, or I can't tell you. I can. Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was?
Weapon?
I almost said murder weapon, but murder was not there.
I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Very well. Let's see this murder weapon then.
Now it's the fence. What do you call those? Are those not spears? Spires? I don't know. Look at this photo.
What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing at the top of the stairs. Order! Order! If I cannot have order, this trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is this all about?
This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios.
What does this have to do with the current case?
Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it? See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest?
What are you saying?
Yes. What happened 5 years ago has happened again.
Mr. Wright, continue.
It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Miss D. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off of the
stairs into the fence.
Of the stairs into the fence, just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say.
In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die. 5 years ago.
Precisely. Ironic, isn't it?
Ho ho. Very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff.
You deny that what I say is true?
Mr. Wright, let's say, for the sake of argument, that Hammer died at the trailer as you say. Yet the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1 and returned to the trailer all in the space of a 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body? The break in the meeting at the trailer lasted 15 minutes, from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death, then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time. Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body?
She couldn't deal with it? I bet she could move it. She had another way.
She obviously moved it with the van later, but how does it want us to tell you that?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
She couldn't deal with it, or she had another way? I feel like she had another way.
She had another way. That don't make sense to me. What if she had another way to carry the body, other than with her own hands? Got it.
For instance?
Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body.
Interesting. Let's hear it then. Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body.
With the van. Conviction! Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1, and you used the studio van to do it. Recall your testimony.
There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There's a van there, right? I had Sal drive me.
You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then, before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate's costume.
Objection. Hold on, Wright. Don't forget, it was Salmonella that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manella was a conspirator?
Of course he was, or of course he wasn't.
Did he know he was doing it?
I don't think he was. So of course he wasn't. He was just doing what she told him. Conviction! Wait. Oh wait, no conviction this time. Of course he wasn't.
So, without Mr. Manella noticing anything, she put the body in the van, then managed to put the body into the costume? Are you seriously suggesting that this is possible?
Of course I'm not serious. I was kidding to lighten up the proceedings.
Lighten? You can't lighten up murder. Mr. Wright, the court requests you refrain from making claims in jest.
Yes, Your Honor. Of course, Salmonella has to have been a conspirator.
Oopsie.
The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done it that alone. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator.
How would that have fit?
Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue?
No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose. You win. It was fun.
I win? So, what happens next? Don't you have anything to say?
What would you like me to say?
Huh? I lost? Something like that?
I just said that.
Wait, so you mean D. Vasquez? So it was you? You killed Jack Hammer.
Who can say?
Huh?
Are you sure I did? Mr. Wright, we just engaged in a battle of wits. And the result of that battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer.
Right.
But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright.
What?
Order! Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Of course. It's as the witness says. Certainly, it does seem very likely that she did it, but there's no proof.
Edgeworth isn't sure.
Well, I came here as a witness today. If you have no more questions, I'll be leaving.
What do I do now? You did it, Vasquez? Testify again, Vasquez, or no further questions, Vasquez. Testify again, I feel like. I'd like you to testify again.
Testify again? No one to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before. The truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all that there is to say. What happened if I said it again? you'd ask the same questions, give the same answers. A waste of time.
Dang. Dang it! To come so far only to fail.
Oops. As it seems there are no further questions, I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Ms. Vasquez.
That's yours. Okay, sorry.
Okay. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't. I see. Very well. Objection! Your Honor! I request that the witness testify again. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes. Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in making Ms. Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly do you want her to testify about? Well, yes, indeed, verily I say, ergo, I want to hear about what happened after they found the body. After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter. Nick, why did Edgeworth...
Who knows? He probably realized she did it too.
But, wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that.
Edgeworth. Witness testimony after finding the body.
I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too. Only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady, Oldbag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying, "He did it!" I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home. I see no issues raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Okay, Nick, we're close, real close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need and twist the truth out of her, Nick.
Right.
Why did you say your last name?
I like to do that a lot, actually. I don't know why.
That's weird.
I agree, but I can't stop doing it. Press. What time was that?
We were to meet at 5 o'clock for the rehearsal, so I'd say it was then.
When exactly did you and Mr. Manella arrive at the studio?
About 10 minutes before. I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes, mind you.
Press harder. Where were the other employees when you got to the studio?
They weren't there yet.
Well, then you could have put Hammer in that costume with Salmonella's help.
Oh? What did I just say? Did I not just say I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes? You should try to listen to what people are saying, boy.
Boy?
The witness will continue her testimony.
Press! Mr. Powers was taking a nap, correct?
So he says.
Did no one go to call him?
Remember.
Remember what?
There was a dead body lying in front of us, yet you expect me to be calm?
You certainly seemed calm enough when I accused you of murder. Press harder. Wait a second. Wouldn't that be the other way around?
The other way around?
You discovered a murdered body, and one person was missing, right? Wouldn't you normally go looking for the missing person?
I have to agree with the defense on this one. Well, Miss Vasquez? Logically speaking, perhaps. But no one there was thinking very logically, I assure you. Also, without his steel samurai costume, Powers doesn't really stand out. We often left him on the bus when shooting at location. No one noticed he was missing.
That's just sad. Poor Powers.
Well, I suppose that explains that. Very well, Miss Vasquez, you may continue.
Immediately called the police. Press! What was everyone else doing at that time?
No one said a thing. It was silent. Completely silent. So we stood there until Powers finally arrived on the scene. Sorry I'm late. Then, silence. Dead silence. Silence. Hey Nick! Why is everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to lighten things up.
So now we need evidence. No, there's
No.
more to press. There's more to press. Old bag, the security lady. Why did the security lady think Powers had done it?
She said because she saw him going toward the studio.
Right, the Steel Samurai. Press harder. Did the detective arrest Mr. Powers based solely on the security lady's word?
Perhaps not. She seems to have also given the detective that photograph. Of course, I heard all of this after the fact.
That photograph, meaning the one taken by the security camera.
She's not known for exhibiting the best sense of judgment when it comes to Hammer.
I don't think there's anything in there I can use.
I asked to be left out of the proceedings.
Press! You asked to be left out?
Yes, it seems that everyone else was questioned, and I'm really not fond of that sort of thing.
But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question.
Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that, since we were in a meeting, there was no way we could have been involved. Thus, they covered for us.
Covered for you, or covered it up for you. There must have been a lot writing on it, with all those bigwigs at the meeting. I'm sure her professionals helped convince everyone they didn't require questioning. More pressing. The script in your direction notes.
Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen.
No, I guess not. But I'll press harder. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio 1 for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes?
Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything.
Why?
There was a murder after all.
Oh, she tripped up.
Who could think of rehearsing after that?
Oh yeah, I guess.
Very well. Ms. Vasquez, please continue. Objection. Your Honor! I have an objection to the witness's last statement.
Yeah, Edgeworth. Huh?
Think. Ms. Vasquez said she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio 1. Order. Order! Mr. Edgeworth, what you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to defense? I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Ms. Vasquez, do you have an explanation?
I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me.
So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense. What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe that there would be no rehearsal. Very well, the witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason. I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind.
Press on the attorney's badge. Press, how did you know about the injury?
How did I know? Sal. He told me.
Sal, the director.
You have to find something to peg this on her here, or everything we've done till now has been wasted. I believe in you, Nick. Go get him.
We obviously have to present evidence about that last thing that she just changed. What about the photo from 5 years ago? Obviously, there couldn't have been an injury.
What about this? I knew that Hammer was injured. Hammer wasn't injured.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Will Powers.
Hammer was never injured. It was Will Powers.
So how do we show that?
How do we
Is
prove?
it this photo where it's like, oh, you thought it was Hammer, but it was actually
Yes, that's why she
Powers?
thinks it's Hammer. That's the proof that she thinks it was Hammer.
Conviction? Are we...
Yeah, convict. You knew that Hammer was injured. Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers.
What? Mr. Wright, explain yourself.
Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo. But that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers.
Pretending?
One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured?
I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right, he must have gotten it wrong.
I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez, you heard Mr. Manella wrong. You saw Hammer limping. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes.
Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured?
Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too.
What?
He was pretending to be Mr. Powers.
Ah!
And when was he doing this?
Well, it would have to have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2, where he was murdered.
Exactly. Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in that Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning.
Order! Order! I will have order! Witness. Can you refute this claim?
Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez.
Very well. I have a question for you.
Ugh. Why are the real killers always so persistent?
Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he's fallen on hard times, but he was a star. He had nothing to gain. I had nothing to gain from his... He had nothing to gain from his death, much like I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing. Yes, you would need a motive. Why would you have killed the victim? If there is a reason, it is unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive?
Of course I can prove it. Okay, I have proof and I'll show it to you. I present to the court evidence as to Miss Vasquez's motive in this murder. Is it the picture? Is it the picture again?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Why not? Let's go. Conviction! Oh no, it's not. This is my proof. Wait, it is.
I hate when they do that. This is the photo from before.
This photo reveals the
Motive of the murder.
the motive of the murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With D. Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial. It began on that day, 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom.
His guilt weighed him down, no doubt.
However, you, D. Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change.
Bringing us to the present day, and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate.
Yes, undoubtedly, it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star.
One moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here, yet you only have talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed D. Vasquez, not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vasquez have? Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me, and I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine. Mr. Wright, please explain Ms. Vasquez's motive for murder.
Reveal evidence or she had no motive. I think we have one choice here.
Was it that
Right?
he was trying to kill her?
He was trying to kill...
So self-defense.
Is that all it is?
Well, what evidence do we have?
What evidence do we have? The monkey head.
Like,
That's what it was. She knocked down the monkey head, and he was really mad about that.
like realistically, she's right. Like, why would you kill someone who is a good who is a good like source of income who you're blackmailing?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, maybe we should go with we don't have a motive. Maybe Edgeworth will save us again.
Edgeworth, help!
She had no motive, Your Honor.
What's that now?
It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood.
Yep.
All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense.
What's that now?
It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez.
What? What? Sorry, the music.
Dancing to the music.
This is Steel Samurai music.
Your Honor. Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill D. Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. So, you did do it, didn't you?
Yes, I am guilty. It was me.
Someone call an ambulance. There's blood everywhere. We're too late. Ah, Miss Vasquez. What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. Manuel, Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm. I think that was supposed to be you.
No. How could this? I think that was. That's Hammer.
It was an accident.
Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No, Manuel!
Don't touch him, Miss Vasquez.
No!
Please don't die. Please.
It would be nice if they had, like, name labels.
That would be nice.
Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose again. How does she have... Sorry. How does she have her, She literally just snapped it in half. Yeah, it was in that photo.
Hey, she had two.
Oh,
We
well.
always gotta carry a backup. She probably snaps like one a day.
Mr. Edgeworth, where's D. Vasquez? In the waiting lobby, Your Honor, as calm and collected as ever. I see. Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
it appears that you have brought about yet another miracle.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle. Yes. Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, not guilty.
Gumshoe, drop that confetti. Let's go.
Yay. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Oh yeah. October 20th, 1:12 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 3.
I don't know what to say. Thank you so much.
I'm just glad you're okay.
Yes, but it's sad. I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez, but to think that he tried to frame me for the murder, it makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright.
Huh?
Tell me, why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me?
Show evidence or I don't know. Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because...
I guess this photo?
The photo? Sure.
That one was not with conviction.
That one was not.
So, sorry, what does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean, Maya?
Nick, you know that problem of yours? That problem where you present evidence that makes no sense? You're doing it again.
Oh.
Congratulations, WP.
Oh? Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume and... Is something wrong?
No, of course not. Ugh. Nick, Edgeworth. He always looks weird from this angle. Say something right. I'm not good at small talk.
Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth.
You don't waste any time gloating, do you?
No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Powers.
Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers.
Liar.
Right. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years. Meet again? However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I am saddled with unnecessary feelings.
Unnecessary feelings?
Yes, unease and uncertainty.
Aren't those kind of necessary?
They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came here to tell you.
And then he just disappeared.
Mr. Wright? Was that guy your friend?
What? Friends as if. They're rivals. Rivals, right, Nick?
For now we are, I guess.
Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick, tell me. What's the deal with you and Edgeworth?
And so the curtain closed on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. They went back to making kids shows again.
Nick! This is it! The new show starts today. You're going to watch it with me, right?
I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it.
You had to buy trading cards too, okay? We had to trade with Cody and that assistant.
Fine. I'll do it.
Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time.
I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real willpowers. The end. That does it for the Turnabout Samurai case. And for this episode, thank you so much for watching the 11th episode in the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy series with Lindsay. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do leave a like down below and subscribe for some more Phoenix Wright on the channel, and click the notification bell so you can see when the next episode comes out. And make sure you click all and not just personalize so you get all the notifications and not just the ones that YouTube thinks that you'll like. Also, please go check out my new merch. And until next time, go find a good book to read and have an amazing day. Bye!